I welcome you for the first podcast of Sarah Podcast. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Dragana. We're gonna get to know a bit Dragana more in a deeper level. I already know her a bit personally because we are colleagues, and I think she have a lot to offer. And she's a very warm person. I think she's one of those persons that I got along with her very straight away when we met. And today we're going to discuss how did Dragana feel when she moved to Malta, if she ever experienced any racism, what was your journey to become now proudly a Maltese citizen. So first of all, welcome,
Thank
Dra.
you.
Tell us a bit about yourself. Like, who is Dragana? What's your hobbies? What's your passions in life?
Okay, thank you for inviting me. I know that we are personally colleagues, but I was very pleased that you listen my story, like part of the story of my life, and then you invite me to your program. Dragana is a woman who is very passionate about work, about people, about trying to do and to get the best what I can from the life. Um, and if you are very patient, if you do things right, the right things are on the end coming itself, like this citizenship, as I told you. But I was waiting quite long, and but on the end it came.
So, how long have you been in Malta?
In Malta, I came 2006. It was a bit silly. I tell you, my husband and I decided to come to Malta. Actually, his friend was working in Malta. Uh, for Malta, I knew only maybe from school, but I didn't know what it is. It was like, for me, it was island. I didn't know even the island, how it looked like, what there is on that island. And we was like, decide we're going to stay 1 year just to see how it is, how is life, and then probably come back to Serbia. I'm originally from Serbia.
So, did you come for a holiday first, or you just moved for a year straight
No.
away?
In that time, Serbia wasn't in Schengen, nothing, so you couldn't just move to any of European countries. We came to Malta like a tourist. We
Okay.
had the original book hotel, flight, transport, like tourist does. And we just stay here. My husband that time start working immediately, almost second day, if I am not wrong. And me, I use 1 week of holiday because I had my original job back to my country, and then I start searching for a job.
Nice. So, what was your first impression of the island? So, you said that all you knew that this is an island. So, most probably you had some expectations, sun, beaches, warm climate. But what was your expectations in your head? What did you think you're gonna find in Malta?
No, to be honest, I was quite scared to come here. And when I came to Malta, yes, it was those expectations what you're mentioning. Like it was not hot. We came in June, it was abnormal hot, full of tourists that time. I don't know, for me it was completely different. Like island was small, the streets was tiny. I thought I'm gonna get lost. I didn't know where to go. It was like a short way, I know, to go to the flat, maybe some shops, and that's it, not to get lost. But what impressed me that time, it was that the people were so like positive, really the vibe, you could feel it, especially in the summer in Malta. It's lovely. I got in love because I came to Malta almost few years after the wars we had, and the people in Serbia was very depressed with all situation, with everything, and you couldn't feel that. You see them sad on the street, depressed. Although the streets are big and everything, but when you go somewhere and feel different vibes, it's different story.
Mhm. So then, coming to look for a job, was the process like easy to get a work permit? Like for a Serbian citizen, is it easy to?
That time it wasn't easy at all. But for me, that was one of the most important thing because back days I had children who was with grandparents, so mother and father left them and they stayed there. So I wanted to be sure that I can travel when I want, not that I am like stuck because of the problems with visa and everything. And that time I'm quite long in Malta. It was Maltese lira, and the visa office was in Floriana, exactly next to depot. So until I got the visa, work permit visa, I used to go sometimes on 2 weeks or 1 month. So they prolonged my visa that I can stay. It was a long queuing and you wait, and it was just a police officer who gave you one big stamp, which I have in my previous old passport. And when you get like 1 month visa, you are like, wow, I win on lottery because this was good mood. He gave me 1 month, or sometimes they give you a few days. You have to come next Monday. Like you go Monday and then you have to come next Monday. So it wasn't easy. It was quite stressful, but I'm not blaming them. I'm in my company until they apply and we wait for the reply and everything. It has to be like that.
Okay. Now I have a bit of a question. Did you face any racism on the Maltese Islands?
Um, I tell you, I didn't personally face much, but you could feel in the air, you are foreigner. Like if something is wrong, it's I could feel sometimes it's a fault of the foreigners. I mean, maybe that's why when I see someone new, it doesn't matter who you are, Maltese or foreigner. When I see them, especially in my company, I try to welcome them, and they feel very welcome as much as I can. But from other side, one thing maybe because it kept me so long here in Malta is that in the company where I'm working, I feel very welcome, and I never felt this kind of that I am second class person, like I'm foreigner.
And that's how it should be.
I'm really very pleased with that. I
And
feel like my second home there.
and I think you translate that to other people. So most of the viewers, like who follow me on Instagram, they know I used to live in England. And when I came here for the interview, the first person I saw was you.
Yes, yes.
And you made me feel so welcome, and like like I knew you, but I didn't know you. Um, so you give those vibes as well, and you're very professional on work.
Thank
You give very good example. You can manage people very well, and I think you're a very good role model for us, other colleagues, and for also team members. And for that, I want to tell you publicly how good you are, and I hope your career keeps going up and growing because you deserve the very best.
Thank you.
And now I have a bit of a question. Did you have like any experience, like, you know, I don't know, like argument or something, but they don't, like go away because go back to your country or something?
Uh, we had like it's a few years ago. It was in the public. It was in Golden Bay. We wanted to park the car. There was a bunch of people, and they was planning to park. I mean, they didn't reserve. It was public parking, and the guy was upset because my husband parked the car. He wanted to a bit to show off, to scare him. He hit the steering, And I think from the sun, the glass really break in pieces. I was really scared a lot. Uh, we called police, obviously. They was swearing on us. Then after I saw, even the guy was really afraid. He didn't expect. He wanted to just to show off, to smack the car. Obviously, they was swearing on Maltese. After all these years, I can understand this, you know. And the case ended up, unfortunately, in court. So I don't know, to bring a lot of experience here in Malta, you must have a lot of experience with everything. But for me, it was really unusual that when we end up of court, it's nothing special. It's like, I don't know, but court is court. You don't feel comfortable. From the people we was attacked, it was like they was a victim. And even I saw quite a lot of unprofessional there. I saw like I speaking between the people who did these things and between their people who were sitting in the court. And even our lawyer was surprised with how it can be, with all the situation, with all the photos, with everything what we have. So in that time, like you're just a foreigner. You should obey what we. It's our rules.
And you felt that, right?
Yes.
Hopefully no
you
one
felt, and I don't wish that no one feel. It's really uncomfortable.
Like, I know what you're saying, and like from my experience abroad, though, I never ever encountered in the many years that I done abroad someone who told me like go back to your country, or like you don't belong here, or I was treated differently because I was a foreigner. And I do think that in Malta there is still is a bit of stigma where when it comes to foreign people. We improved a lot, and we have to. We're part of EU. People are not trees, I believe, and everyone should be free to move wherever they want to move and try. But I think that there is more where, as a nation, we can work to embrace different cultures, different people, different backgrounds, and we can, at the end of the day, all live happy together. We respect each other, and I think there is more what we can do.
No, I think as well, because Malta has to work a lot on this. On the end of the day, as a foreigner, you cannot blame those people that they came so many. Nowadays we have Serbian, we have from Nepal, we have from India, we have from all over the world. They are looking for the job, and Malta is growing a lot as well. And I think that they really need those labor. The Maltese people, they cannot cover all this amount of work what is requiring here in Malta. You can feel the vibe in the air with this. It's very bad word to say racism, but yes, if something, oh, they are foreigners, they are foreigners. In each country, I assume that you have good and bad people.
Exactly.
You cannot judge people. It's related to their skin color, to their skills, to their nation. If they are Serbian, if they're Indian, if they're Maltese, if they're Nepal, if they are Pakistan, like countries are as they are. So, but they still need to work a lot on this.
Yes, and I think in this country we need everyone. As you said, the economy is growing bigger, like it's going faster. Tourism is growing, construction is growing. Obviously, the land is the size what it is until maybe, I don't know, we invent something, land reclamation on the sea or something like Dubai, which maybe can happen as well. So my main thing, I think, it's because the size, like maybe we should be a bit careful, but I think we have a potential to grow.
Yes.
Geographically, where we are as a country, it's very good. and Malta can have a very good potential. Um, and again, I think we all should treat each other equally, whether you're Maltese, whether you're Serbian, whether you're Indian, whatever. I think that we are all the same. Now, I have a question, another question. Do you have any like message for other people, like foreign people, foreign nationals who are thinking to move to Malta? Like there are some pros and cons that you want to point out, like these are advantages of living in Malta, and these maybe are a bit disadvantages. Like from our eyes, we can see them differently because we were born here, but from someone, from an expat that moved to Malta, that moved to the country, what do you see the positives in Malta, and what do you see as negatives?
The first question, what you asked me, what is a message? When they come to Malta, if they plan to stay to Malta, depends. They have to follow the certain, not to say rules, but there is a procedure. And if they follow a certain procedure, what is requiring from the government institutes or whatever, they have to do that. If they are legal, if they have everything covered, and it's going like that's how I get to this citizenship and everything. Because when I apply, they ask me a lot of questions, as you do, a lot of documents, which I had them. And also, I want to say sometimes people are really not organized, not take care of these things. Like they blame, I don't know, the company, they blame HR, they blame. You are one person and you have to take care of your stuff yourself. No one is responsible for you. You are responsible. So if you do your job proper, if you follow certain rules, it shouldn't be any problem. And speakingly with a lot of people from other European countries, it's much hassling, not hassling. It's like mission impossible to get certain documents, like living in Italy, living in Austria, living France. It's much, much harder. In Malta, this procedure is very simple, but they have to follow the things, what they're asking them,
Mhm.
and that's how it is.
Now, the pros and cons of the island.
The pros and cons of the
And
island.
don't be scared, don't worry, just
No, I'm not scared. I love Malta because of the weather. Because here is almost always warm, not now, but back to my country is cold and I hate cold weather. And when someone tell me, oh, I like snow, there is a snow, I said, yes, you have to go to live with the snow. Okay, to stay 1 week holiday, it's nice, but to live, it's not so fun. The people are positive. All days you can find some things, but they are positive. It's that vibe. You can find friend easily. It's really, you can feel it. It's different in Ireland. Is like this stylish of Mediterranean, so that's how it is. And what I don't like in Malta, as we all know, Malta is quite need to approve regarding cleanliness everywhere. I mean, street and especially street.
yeah.
And green. It can be done. A lot
Greenery.
of things related to this.
Yes, and I think if they like speak to the people about it, there are so many ideas that you can do to have more open
More
spaces.
greenery, more cleaning, more these things
Yes,
can be
yes.
approved, and really it can be approved.
Like an example, I used to tell like my friends. I remember when I was in London, next door they were building an apartment block, and most of the apartment blocks that are being approved to be built, like the first, second floors, they have to be open area, and in the middle of the block it's like a big shaft, so there are trees and benches and people can sit down and flowers and stuff, and then they start like flats from the second floor up. So every building usually has its green space, and I think that's a good idea. Like the roads as well, they're upgrading here.
Yes, they're
But if you
doing.
go example to Sliema and Gżira front where we work, the pavements and the roads, like it's a touristic place, and I think it does need an upgrade, because tourists are gonna come. If you want to invest in the
No, I
tourists, they
mean,
need to come again. You need to impress them. Um, do you wish like for something in the future? Where do you see Dragana in 10 years?
I think I'm gonna
You're,
still working with the same company.
hopefully me
I hope
too.
so. No, out of joke. With 10 years, if the things flow like they are now,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I am seeing myself in Malta still. I really love Malta. Where I am, I feel very welcome, very appreciated. I am doing what I really love to do. It's very big difference if you do something because you just have to
Yeah,
work, or you do something from your heart. And I don't have some big dreams that I will something change a lot in my life. As it is at the moment, I'm very happy.
you're happy.
Yes.
And I know now you're even more happy because you're going to celebrate Christmas in Serbia
Yes.
after how many years?
Um, I for the Christmas I been I think like 13 years ago, 14, I'm not sure because January is our Christmas on the
Yeah,
7th January, and that time we are a bit quiet with work. But New Year I never been, and I'm very excited to go
I
this
know.
year.
I
Yeah.
I wish you a very nice holiday.
Thank you.
So to close this podcast up, your last message, like to the Maltese public, like from an expat view, like I don't know, is there anything you would like to say, like I don't know, a message?
I don't know, it's also big message, but let's say if they try to bring the best, all of Maltese have some kind of contact with some foreigners. Either a lot of Maltese have part of the families as foreigners, couples or whatever, wives, husband, or majority of Maltese they have, or they employers, or they colleagues. Um, if you welcome that person like I am in my company, you're bringing the best from that person. You There, all of us, we came for work, let's say here, not for holiday. If you go somewhere and do your best, you feel welcome, you feel comfortable. That's one story. If they all the time bullying you like, oh, you're foreigner, you're a second person, you're this, it's they they will not appreciate you, they will not appreciate country, they will not that they will leave, they might not leave, but they see differently. Let's try to present Malta as it is, beautiful as it is, to be even the Maltese people beautiful as Malta it is. So to bring the best from everyone.
Like you, because you are one of the best people I know.
Thank you,
And
Sarah.
honestly, I only know you for couple of weeks, but again, you're such a nice person. You're
Thank
really
you.
nice. So now that you got the Maltese passport, how are you feeling? That you're a citizen now?
Oh, the feeling. I tell you, I took ID card, which is
Yeah.
one of the procedure, and I was happy. I was exciting, taking photos, sending to my friends. But when I took passport, it was like I couldn't believe because I went to collect the passport, and the lady, I gave her the letter what I received. I had to sign, and she was giving me passport. She told me it's all yours, and I was like, I told mine, I was like, I can only this. Like I used to go when we was applying every year for the renewing of my work permit, like a bunch of documents, the same documents, which was reduced after COVID, thanks God. And used to queuing, waiting the whole day and everything. And oh no, but this stamp is not good, or this signature is not. You better bring another document, come another time. And it's a lot of work for them, a lot of work for us, a lot of stress for everyone. And this was so simple and so important. And I'm very proud to be Maltese.
And we are proud to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for today, we come to an end. It was the first podcast. Next week we're gonna have another interesting subject. I'm gonna leave you with curiosity. Thank you, Dragana, for coming. Thank
You're
you for
welcome,
being
Sarah. It
here.
was really a pleasure.
I'll see you
I hope I
tomorrow at
helped
12.
someone. Yeah. We see you tomorrow.
And have a nice holiday. Thank you for
Thank you.
watching, and we'll see you next week at the same time on a Wednesday at 5 p.m.